Hello, thank you for joining us on this Wednesday, the 27th day of July. This is Daily Debrief on DAESAK TV. I'm Dorothy Odondi. Our top stories. Muslim leaders angered by CS Magohas remarks towards NTV's journalist. Also in the program, IEBC chairman defends his deal with Smartmatic company over election materials. And on global economy, IMF warns policymakers on gloomy and uncertain economy ahead. That's coming up into details. A very warm welcome to the program. I'll be here every weekday at this time, bringing you the latest news across the country and beyond borders. Let us know what you think about the show and the stories we are covering. We'd love to hear from you. Now let's take a look at the stories in the headlines for you. Muslim leaders now want the Cabinet Secretary George Magohas sacked over remarks against journalists. This comes after the CS in a now viral video asked a female Muslim journalist attached to the nation television NTV to first identify herself before he could answer her question. Remarks have angered the Muslim community, with its leaders now calling for the government to take firm action against him. Addressing the press at the Jamia Mosque on Tuesday, Muslim clerics called on the institution mandated to oversee the conduct of leaders to intervene and ensure CS Magoha faces disciplinary action.
Kama viongozi wa Kiislamu katika nchi hii ya Kenya, tumesikitishwa sana na tukio ambapo waziri wa elimu katika nchi hii Profesa George Magoha anaonekana akishambulia mwanahabari wa kike kwa sababu ya mavazi yake ya Kiislamu na kumuona kama kuwa alikuwa anawakilisha kundi la kigaidi. Hili linatusikitisha sana, na hasa tukizingatia kuwa ni maneno matamshi ambayo yametoka kwa kiongozi wa hadhi kama ya Magoha. Na pia inatusikitisha tukio hili limetokea wakati ambapo kuna matatizo ya kisiasa, wakati ambapo viongozi wote wanatakiwa kutangaza amani na utengamano.
The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Chairman Wafula Chebukati has defended his contract with MS Smartmatic International Holdings for the supply of the Kenya Integrated Election Management System. In a statement, the chairman said that the company was found to have the highest technical and financial score among the 5 bidders for the 3.2 billion shillings project award contested. Let's have a report on that.
3 Venezuelan nationals were apprehended at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, JKIA, days ago, owing to the sensitivity of election material they were in possession of. Officers at the airport traced IEBC stickers in one of the foreigners' bags. In the statement, Chebukati said that Smartmatic complied with the condition in the tender of having a proof of ICT technical staff with a local registered office in Kenya. He also noted that the stickers are non-strategic election materials, assuring Kenyans that they are committed to delivering a free, fair, and credible election. For DAESAK TV, I'm Ann Mungai.
Now, thank you, Ann Mungai, for that. And on safe elections, the Media Council of Kenya has urged the security agencies to engage the media through clear communications channels to address misrepresentation of facts in order to ensure integrity of information ahead of August 9th election. Speaking during a consultative meeting between the Nairobi County Security Team on election preparedness and the safety of journalists, the Council's Chief Executive Officer, David Omoyo, said that by opening eyes in collaborative and consistent communication, the country will be stable moving forward.
Moving into elections, there will be a little breeze here and there, but we have the matters of dignity and collaboration. The police, they have a mandate to protect life and property. Journalists have a simple mandate to make sure that all that we do, except especially public officers, bring those in power to highlight and get what they do, that it may be known and transparent, and that we make sure that everyone at the service of the nation is faithful to the call. So I want to assure you that the media and all journalists, wherever they are ready to work and understand what is happening. We have a country to protect, especially going into elections. We're going to get into a fairly tough 14 or 15 days. Be assured that the media will be there and they will understand what you're doing, and we keep talking and collaborating. If we have national protocols or security protocols, let's have those matters communicated smoothly and consistently and continuously. If we open lines of communication and consistently collaborate, we will make sure that we have a stable country moving forward.
Now crossing over to business, President Uhuru Kenyatta has commissioned Kenyan's Olkaria 1 additional Unit 6 geothermal power plant, injecting an additional 86 megawatts into the national grid, further advancing Kenya's green energy agenda. The power plant propels Kenyan's total installed energy capacity to 1,904 megawatts, while its geothermal capacity now stands at 799 megawatts. Speaking when he presided over the official ceremony at Olkaria, Uhuru commended that Kenyan team and stakeholders involved in undertaking the project, which was implemented during the COVID-19 periods in 2020 and 2021. The president noted that the commissioning of the power plants was aligned with the least cost power development plan in support of the government's Big Four agenda. Now, what does surging inflation and spillovers from the war in Ukraine mean for the global economy? Now, countries have been urged to tame elevated inflation as the first priority to the global economy that is slowing sharply from 3.2% this year to 2.9% in next year. Speaking in a press center on the latest global economy analysis, the chief economist, International Monetary Fund, Pierre-Olivier Gorinches, said that the globe is facing a gloomy and uncertain outlook, as inflation is also revised upwards to 6.6% in advanced economies and 9.5% in emerging and developing economies. Let's have a report on that.
The world's three largest economies, the US, China, and Europe, are stalling. This is according to IMF chief economist Pierre Gorinches, who also mentioned that the main cause for the slowing economy are war in Ukraine, rising energy and food prices, and supply chain disruptions. He said that priority is bringing inflation under control by tightening monetary policy while protecting the most vulnerable, containing rising debt, and ensuring a smooth flow of food and energy. Gorinches further advised that central banks will need to stay the course until inflation reverts closer to central banks' target, and countries to increase resilience of the financial system using the relevant policy tools. Reporting for DAESAK TV, my name is Carol Wangari-Wanjiru.
Now, thank you, Caroline, for the report. And in sports, England rugby star Maro Itoje is in the country for charity works through the Atlas Foundation to take part in several projects that support needy members of the society, particularly disadvantaged children in the capital city, Nairobi. He was the chief guest at the King's Rugby Festival 2022 and the launch of Rugby in a Box. The Commonwealth Games have stayed afloat against all odds and are set to begin on July 28th in Birmingham, England, with about 5,000 athletes from 72 countries, mostly former British colonies, to compete in 19 sports over 11 days, all geared up to give their best shots. Some track and field stars will be absent when the competition gets underway, just days after the end of the World Championship in Eugene, Oregon. Now that is it for today's daily debrief. If you've got views, opinions, and most importantly questions you would want answered, kindly get in touch with us on our social media platforms at DAESAK TV, #DAESAK Daily Debrief, #Dorothy Odondi. Thank you.